Guys, I'm fucking telling you, this is the year. This is the year 2023 where we're all gonna make it. I'm so amped right now, and I can't not share this energy with you because I'm just so fucking stoked about just this year. Like, this is the year for opportunity and to just succeed at everything you want. And the reason I say this is because put into perspective what we've gone through. Society was going downhill before all the pandemic and everything happened. I don't think anyone was actually very happy with the way that things were being run, things were being controlled or handled. And I think that, COVID and the lockdowns and everything was one of the best things that ever happened because it really forced everyone to take a step back and be with themselves and be present. There was nothing to do. People were locked in their houses and it forced them to be faced with who they are. So many people had arguments and there were breakups and there were so many issues that it forced people to reflect on what was going on. I have so many friends who had such a terrible time in lockdown, or they have children who had such bad side effects from being locked down for so long that they have become the most magnificent parents afterwards from seeing the pain and the suffering the children have gone through. It's made them take a step back and go, damn, my kids are what matter. My relationship is what matters. It was an opportunity for everyone to have a decent fucking reset. That lasted till 2021. 2022, that was such a formative year because it gave everyone an opportunity to re-enter society as a new person. Everyone got a new beginning. Like, look at all of the career opportunities that have opened up from that. So many people started working at different places because they lost their jobs or they became redundant or they couldn't work because they weren't essential. And all of a sudden, the job market just exploded because everywhere needed workers and everyone was looking for work all of a sudden. So many people got a new start at life and an opportunity. And, you can talk to anyone and they bring up what they've been through, or you ask them why they did that and they go, oh, because of COVID. It was an opportunity to start again. And 2022, that was our reintroduction. That was the baby steps. That was bringing ourselves into a new world and a new society where we can start fresh. And this is the year that it's time to get shit happening. The reason I make these videos, the reason I make all this content is because all I want to do is I want to show you what is possible day by day and what you can achieve as just an average person and how far you can go if you've got the right mindset, the right discipline. And I'm not even going to say I was an average person. I was a below average person. I was not raised perfectly well. I think I lived at home until I was maybe 23, 24 years old, and I was absolutely babied. I never left my home. I was very isolated. I didn't have many friends. I didn't have a good income. I got talked into doing a whole bunch of crazy career and investment ideas, which by the end of 2019, the start of 2020, I was 26 years old. I was borderline anorexic. I'm talking about 55 kilos. I was super unhealthy, allergies to everything, pale skin. I just came out of a really bad relationship because I never understood what a healthy relationship was or what to look for in a partner that can nurture you. So I came out of that. I was sickly. I was significantly in debt. I was a good $7,000 or $8,000 in debt. I had no career, no income. I was just fully bankrupt physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I was extremely insecure because of the things I went through in the relationship. COVID happened and I kind of had a very good opportunity to kind of reevaluate what I wanted to do with my life. The moment I had that breakup, that was the best thing that ever happened for me because it gave me an opportunity to start again. And in the following months, the lockdowns happened, and so it was kind of a double whammy. But I hit a point in my life where I realized I wasn't happy. I was unwell, and I needed to fix myself if I was going to enjoy the rest of my life, because taking a small amount of time to make sure that the rest of your life is a magnificent venture is fucking worth it. And so I sat down, I got a journal, and I wrote how I wanted my life to be, how I didn't want to be anymore, the people I wanted to be around, what I wanted to do for work, how I wanted my house to look. what I wanted to create, just the entire environment of my entire surrounding. I planned the whole thing out. And day by day, I worked at it, and now like you can look at me like this is the presence of a person who is truly happy and truly fulfilled, who did really, really basic shit, man. Like really fucking basic stuff like eating healthy, cooking meals, listening to uplifting and fun music and dancing, finding a nice career. Like I climb trees for a living. It's the fucking sickest job in the world. Stuff like this. These are all things that anyone can do. Enhancing your creative spirit, surrounding yourself by houseplants and artwork and and instruments, and like just enhancing your creative juices in every single way, and surrounding yourself with really, really magnificent people who are going to help you get to where you want to. If you're like, a good plan is if you start writing down your goals. This is a commonly known thing, but if you write down your goals and where you want to get into life, and then you write down who you hang out with on a daily basis, you need to be able to cross-reference how each of those friends is helping you get to where your goal is. And if they're not, you need to reconsider who your friends are. I'm not saying to throw your friends away, but be mindful of who you surround yourself with, because that's a part of what you consume. What you consume is who you're around, who you work with, what you read, what you see on the internet, what you see on the television, what you hear on the radio. You need to nurture yourself. And I can't recommend just taking 6 months off to just nurture yourself. Like, take some serious time to sit down, figure out who you are, what you like about yourself, what are your cons and your pros. Like, do you get triggered easily? Are you emotional? Figure out why these things happen. Journal them. Start a dialogue with yourself and a dialogue with your mind and the way that it works, so you can understand what the fuck's going on, so you can begin fixing and working on all the negative triggers that you have that make you an unpleasant person to be around, and then turn them into really positive, again, like traits as a person, so you're a positive person to be around that influences everyone else. I'm never going to stop making videos. I'm never going to stop growing this community, because I've found somehow in my life a way to live at the peak of engagement of being fulfilled. Every day I wake up and I'm fucking stoked. I wake up and I'm like, let's fucking get it. I get up at 4:45 in the morning. I get up, I give my dog a massive fucking rub, take her for a massive walk, come back, eat a delicious meal, do some meditation, do some stretching, head to work at my wicked job where I climb trees and use chainsaws all fucking day and just climb and lift and have this amazing connection with nature where I'm helping it grow. And it's the most exciting, fulfilling, and inspiring career to have. And I recommend it to everyone who can do it or finding something similar. Then I come home, work out, eat more delicious food, listen to fucking awesome music all day, create awesome music, see my like amazing friends who are inspiring in their own ways, and just journal and meditate and focus on who I want to become and make future plans. As I said, I was the most unlikely candidate to do well in their life. I was fucking nearly anorexic. I was broke. I was spiritually, mentally, and physically broken. I was sick. I was allergic and sick to everything. I had the most severe asthma you could ever imagine. When I was a kid, I would wake up in the middle of the night. I couldn't breathe, and my parents had to have this massive like case that opened up and had these chemicals in these tubes that went in. I had to wear a gas mask for 20 minutes while this machine ran so I could fucking breathe, because I was just so allergic to everything. And I had extreme eczema, I had asthma, I have anaphylaxis, I had so many allergies. It was not fucking funny. They could have written a book on me, like how bad I was. But I took the time to take the time off, work on my health, work on my mindset toward my health, my self-validation, the things that I say to myself in my head, such as like, my body is flourishing, my body is healthy, I have no reason to be sick, The air around me is magnificent. I have indoor plants everywhere, so the air in my house is just pure. I have nature everywhere. I eat healthy. I'm physical. I'm doing all the correct things. I'm always hydrated. There is no fucking reason for me to be sick. And now I don't get sick whatsoever. I've overcome 90% of my allergies. I'm healthy. I've gained healthy weight. I'm physically fit, and I'm fucking loving life because I took the time to sit back and figure out who I was, the things that went on in my life, early in my life, different traumas that made me become a shell of the person that I needed to become. And I focused on them, and I made a plan, and I got there. And now I'm here I have a Facebook group with over 1,000 people in it who I engage with on a daily basis, who come to me with questions about how to help them in their journey to overcome their depression and their anxieties. I communicate with them. It's so fulfilling being able to just help everyone in my friend circle and be an influential character just to anyone who I'm around. And as I said, I'm never going to stop building this. This is my lifelong venture. My lifelong venture is just becoming the most loving and giving and spiritual person that I can ever possibly become, just to show everyone how it can be done. You don't have to be anything like me. You don't have to have a good background. You don't have to come from a perfect family. You can overcome all of your shit. And even if you have trauma, the trauma that you have is the potential to your power, because everyone goes through shit. Everyone believes that they are a unique case, that they've gone through a certain set of circumstances that is so unique to everyone else that they just can't be better. But if you have such a unique traumatic experience and you can manage to discover spirituality and discover yourself and learn to understand that all pain that is given to anyone is just a projection of someone's own inner world. If you have a miserable inner world, if you are hurting on the inside, you're going to hurt others. Doesn't matter who it is. It's not a selective thing. It's not like you don't designate a certain person to want to hurt. If you're hurting, you just need to, you don't know how to handle it, you get it out. And this is why all the trauma that you go through in your childhood and all these horrible things that happen to you aren't your fault. It's just a projection of someone else's miserable inner world, and you just happen to be there. You were the catalyst or the scapegoat for their energy that they needed to get out. And once you begin to understand this, you begin to understand that everyone's going through their shit, and you can heal from it, and you can learn to understand it, and it can no longer have control over you, but you can have control over it and use it as a positive effect in the world to help the people around you. 2023, this is it. We're gonna fucking kill it this year. I fucking promise you. Take 6 months, take a year. We're talking about your fucking life here. We're not talking about just like, just a small error of it, or like, it's not fucking difficult. You're gonna live till you're like 80, 90 years old. 6 months to a year of just taking some time to figure yourself out and nurture who you want to be and become a beautiful person is not that fucking bad. And it's not, the result doesn't happen when you get to the certain point that you're after. The result comes along the way. There are certain magical rewards that the universe will reward you with, gifts and magnificent inner journeys and mental just like stimulations that you will go through from just becoming the person that you're meant to become and following that journey to the spiritual and loving nature that you really are. We're going to kill it this year. We're all going to make it. Contact me. Hit me up. Send me messages. I will always reply. I always reply, and in very, very full length. If you send me a message on Facebook or anything, I'll send you a 20-minute voice message about your particular situation to help you get through it and make sure that you actually follow through with becoming a beautiful person. Check out all the links in the description. There's a link to my group. There's a link to my Instagram. There's a link to everything. God bless. I hope you're well, and I hope this, you've got this. You've got this.